cute, looking clean, looking sexy, and of course, I'm joined with the legend himself to talk a little bit about wrestling. How you doing, Dator?
You already know. It's your local neighborhood scumbag here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbags. Same gimmick, different day.
100%. And we got some topics today. We got GCW and WWE hinting at working together. Unthinkable. We also have Punk apparently getting buyout. Do y'all buy in on Punk being bought out, or do you want Punk back? That is, of course, also the question of the day. And we have a situation in which we have Triple H's WWE and everything else. Let's get to it.
And we're back. Well, it looks like it might just be me for the moment. Well, I'll take this time to vent about problems in the wrestling space in general, huh? Like this morose turning away from booking anything violent. Are you back?
We back. We back. And today, of course, we are talking about CM Punk. Allegedly, they looking into a buyout. The only problem they're having right now, Tori, is that he want the clause that they can't go somewhere else. Which I don't know why that would be a problem unless CM Punk like, yo, I want to take it to you and join Papa H, which reported by Fight for Select
I've
is saying.
I've buried the hatchet with Papa H, and now I'm willing to come home,
And
which
according
would be
to
horrible for Tony.
according to Sean Ross Sapp, they talked to people in the company who said there was no chance if Vince McMahon was in charge. But Triple H like, listen, I'll bury the hatchet for success because I want to succeed. I want to
That would,
eclipse Vince
bruh,
McMahon.
that would be such a gut punch to Tony if he has to buy out CM Punk's contract, which means I'm pretty sure that means he has to pay him the portion of what the entirety of the deal, like the multiple year contract he signed, correct?
Yes.
So he has to pay him that, and then he turns around and just like Cody goes to WWE, it'd be a crazy pop, or it would be the most horrendous booze ever. Either way, it would be unimaginable, and it would be a major blow to AEW, regardless what anybody said.
Now everybody know Triple H. Well, Sean Ross Sapp also reported that it will be a part-time deal because no way they want him in the locker room that long. So
Which might be best for Puck. That might have been the problem that Tony made.
like he'll
The
have a match
Tony
with Roman
had,
Reigns, he'll have a match with Bray, he'll have a match with Riddle, and then he'll go away. So
yeah. But either way, maybe that's what Tony should have done instead of signing all of these legends to full time contracts. Maybe a couple part time deals would be better because I feel like outside of the WWE, like older generation and newer generation wrestlers, their energies just do not mix in the locker room. Like they're super divisive. It feels like, at least from the outside looking in.
yeah, it. And by the way, I think and it's less likely a chance that he'll get mad about something because since the most of the promos are scripted anyway. Not to the extent it was with Vince, where every word was almost scripted, but they're still pretty
Yeah.
much scripted.
And certain the people that can do promos get the ability to do them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Um,
It hasn't sounded so scripted since Triple H. I mean, the
I
people who
think
need to be
Kevin
scripted
Owens,
still
Drew,
are.
Roman, Sammy, I think they the ones that don't get scripted.
Yeah, which is probably should be. I mean, if you look at some of these promos on AEW, it sort of makes you wish some of these things had been scripted. Like, go back to Soraya. I bet they were missing some WWE writers' room right around when she gave that promo.
Also, I want to go over this and talk about. I don't think he could go to Raw. A lot of the elite friends on Raw. I think SmackDown would be perfect since it's a bunch of part-time people. Like they'll never interact because they're all part-time.
I don't know. I don't know if it's that deep for them if they're already at WWE though.
But Kevin Owens
Like
ain't gonna
you
want to
got to
work with
think,
CM Punk. That's just me.
Gallows and Anderson both still have New Japan contracts as well as these part-time WWE appearances, right?
Well, they full-time WWE.
Gallows and Anderson are.
Yeah, they full-time. They got a pretty big contract, according to Fight for Select. So I'm just gonna shout them out because they the one who gave me the news, so I got it
So
done.
wait, so is Carl Anderson just gonna drop the belt he's got in New Japan, or
They said
what?
the Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, Wrestle Kingdom's only a couple months away.
He's supposed to wrestle, but he will not make the show November 5th. He did the whole promo.
Wrestle Kingdom's December though, isn't it? Or is it November?
What? What?
Isn't
I think
Wrestle Kingdom in December or is it in
I think it's
November?
early December.
Okay, that's what I was
November is the
thinking.
show they have, and he was supposed to defend the belt, but he said they didn't run it by Gallows, so he ain't doing it.
No.
So of course WWE probably gave him some money, tell him to hey, it's cool.
Well,
They keep it for
they're not a tag team over in New Japan, are they? I mean, I know they're
uh
a tag team, but I'm pretty sure Anderson's holding singles gold at the moment. I thought
he got singles gold. He probably gonna lose at Wrestle Kingdom.
most definitely. I mean, it only makes
Like
sense.
the reason I know 100% know they full time now. They showed up on NXT. Like
I did see that. I did see that they were on NXT,
they actually
but
they were the only they were them and oh my god Quincy and Zion was the only segments that beat AEW, and I'm like this is a segment I made fun of.
yeah.
Tori in the group chat I'm like bro
One
you think they was
one
100%
one
serious?
match on NXT that I thought that was good. That Rhea Ripley match. Who was she facing again?
Roxy.
That
By the
was
way,
that.
I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all that's gonna be the women's match of the week for me.
I was about to say that's if we have if because I actually watched that match and I was like that was better than anything I saw on Raw or AEW from the women's division
Roxanne
this week.
is a amazing wrestler.
She was really good on the indies too, though.
She was a 19-year-old champ
Phenom.
of so we knew she was good. Only thing she got to work on her character work, and the only thing Cora J got to work on her wrestling. Like they in the opposite situation. So I think
Weren't they
Cora
a
J
tag team?
they were, and then Cora J turned on her and got a decent gimmick to me. So, but she working that gimmick really well, being a cheater, a scummy girl who does a bunch of things. They do really well, by the way. I think they do well, but I think they make up for they rivalry. They make up for each other's weakness. Like I said, Cora can cover the promo part, or Roxanne can cover her in wrestling. So it
Yeah,
actually makes the rivalry work.
that does
Being
make
like,
for good dance partners for
yeah.
sure.
And it's not like I said, it's not like Cora horrible in the ring, but she just not like you can tell the difference. It's not like Roxanne is like a
Well,
horrible. Roxanne too remind me of like she does all the AJ Lee's tendencies. I don't know if you saw her intro. She does the little behind
I've
when she
never been the biggest AJ Lee fan, but she's amazing. She's good. She never really clicked with me.
and I'm not talking about wrestling. I think she's a better wrestler. I'm just talking about the way she acts because like she looked up to her growing up.
No, that's what I was talking about personality wise. I mean, AJ's decent in the ring.
Yeah. She does the little thing where she comes out with her hand behind her back and she walks out with the one hand behind her back like that. She does all this stuff. She does the little
The
hop.
little skip. She do the little skip beat up.
Yeah, she does the little skip thing. So it's a lot of AJ Lee on her. But I already told y'all, but Roxanne is amazing.
She can go, no doubt about it.
She made the SmackDown match even more watchable, which it wasn't bad by the way because she was in there.
Her and Rhea, even though she lost that match, it was good. Rhea's just amazing though.
She was so good this week. Towards SmackDown actually said that they like the Fox execs was really impressed. I'm like,
bruh.
Like, who is this
I,
girl?
We've been telling niggas for over a year now. Fucking Rhea Ripley is the future, bro. Like,
And then, according to Shawn Michaels, it's either gonna be
she's
the
like
end of
if
the year.
China could actually wrestle, bro.
She is. We
No,
have,
no disrespect to China, R.I.P. But I'm just saying,
yeah, and
she's
her
got the size, the attitude. She can cut a promo, and she's A1 in the ring.
that was her first match in like 150 days. And people are like, why ain't they using Rhea more than what she doing with Dominic? I'm like, y'all forget that she had like a brain thing that she had to have surgery for,
Well, oh,
and
see,
the
yeah,
tooth.
I completely forgot about that. I
That's it. A lot
completely
of people forgot
the
about it, and that's like
Judgment
they were
Day,
like, why ain't
like,
she being? Cause people like, why ain't she going after
she,
Bianca right now? I'm like, bro, she had a
cause she's
she had to
been
go
in,
surgery.
well, because Bianca's in a storyline with Damage Control. What do you mean?
But also, I'm saying even before that, she had like the brain thing, so she couldn't wrestle for till they
Yeah,
get completely clear. So I think
I,
a lot of people
I
forgot that though.
figured I had honestly just chalked it up to trying to get Judgment Day over as a group, which they've done an amazing job of.
They have Triple. That's one
I
of the
was
good things
also
Triple H done.
surprised to find out on Twitter how many people weren't aware that Finn Balor started Bullet Club. I
People
saw
didn't
I
really
saw
know that.
quite a few times. I thought that was pretty well known, especially in the internet wrestling community. But
Oh, what when you hear that when he said it on Raw that he started the club and everybody,
yeah, but
oh that's
that's what
the
I'm
Raw
saying.
promo where he
There were
said I
people
started
that,
your stupid little club.
but I was surprised at that number of people that were like, "Huh?" I was like, well, yeah, Prince Devitt, bro, one of the best what's it called, the light one of the best light heavyweight runs in New Japan, or junior heavyweight, whatever they call it. Freaking
Yeah.
the Prince was an amazing run before it was an amazing NXT run.
But let's get into the topic, then we're gonna move on because it's kind of segue into what I want to talk about. Never mind, let's just segue. What don't you like about Triple H WWE? Then we're gonna get into CM Punk stuff. We started off with, we're gonna get back to it, but
What
I
I
hated
don't
AJ
like,
lost to Dominic. That was stupid. But I don't Triple H wasn't there, so I don't know if he can make that.
well, no, but I sort of understood that move,
I
kind of.
understand it too. I understood it, but I'm
Because
like AJ
I
so
think it was
cold
supposed to
though. Why
evoke
y'all didn't heat him up first? Why y'all didn't heat AJ a little
I
bit?
think it was supposed to evoke that emotion that you just
Yeah,
showed. Like
yeah.
you hate that. Like, how's this nigga get even for us knowing it's a work, you're still like offended in this. It's a good way. It's a good for a heel when you can evoke emotion from the smart fan and the casual fan. The casual fan likes AJ Styles, and fucking Dominic seems like an entitled, like, everything was given to me by nepotism, and now I've gone bad because I started getting some goth girl pussy. And freaking AJ is that tried and true in ring veteran, give you a goddamn 5-star match any day of the week, and somehow Dominic beats him. It
You
pisses
know
off
what?
the
I saw more
casual.
people.
It pisses off the casual fan because they know AJ should win because he's way better. It pisses us off because we know there's no reason he should be going over. But I mean, in that fact, I mean, I guess it does its job as a heel.
Well, he gets
I
the
mean,
most heat that I have seen. It's not like go away heat. It's like
like,
it,
people were for real mad about that on the smart and the casual side. How does Dominic beat AJ?
I noticed the smart fans were more mad that they didn't play it up more.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they should have went bigger with it.
Yeah, like this is the upset of the century.
Like, bro, because
Shout
Dominic
out to the
Mysterio
Judgment Day
beating
for playing
AJ
it up.
Styles is
Shout out to the
wild.
Judgment Day played it up well. Like they jumping up and down, like, oh my god, he actually did it.
Yeah, they did their part.
But the announcers didn't like this
The
is
announcers didn't sell it a bit.
yeah. I'm like Michael Cole would have went the way he been going lately. He would
He
have
would have went
sold.
stupid.
He would have. Pat
But
McAfee would have probably jumped
I
on the
be trying
table.
to give. I be trying because Kevin isn't that the new guy's name? Kevin, the British gentleman that's on that's on at the table with Corey Graves?
I don't
I'm
even.
pretty sure his name's Kevin something, but I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, like he's just now getting into the
Kevin Patrick.
announcer. Okay, I knew it was Kevin something,
Corey Graves
but
could have played. Cause Corey Graves should
yeah,
have been
Corey
like,
Graves definitely could have trumped it up more. I
especially
gave
since
Kevin a
his
little bit
side
of a pass
won.
because
Yeah,
he's new,
his
at least
side
to the
won.
announcer's table.
Patrick, Pat McAfee would have jumped on the table
Yeah,
and did a whole
Michael
like, oh,
Michael Cole would have gave us a super verbose fucking exclamatory statement about how impossible this is. It would have been way better than Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick.
Michael Cole has been since Vince out of his ear.
Since Vince has been gone, bro. Since
Like
Vince has been gone,
you started
Cole's
seeing
been
it.
on point.
You seen even with Pat, just Pat making him happier, so you felt
Yeah.
better. But Vince would probably still yell in his ear. But since he's gone, I can't wait to see him when he's happy with Pat again. Even though Wade Barrett is doing a good job with him, by the way.
Oh yeah, Barrett's he's doing a super decent job, no doubt about that.
Yeah. But anything you
But
didn't like,
he's got practice from NXT too.
yeah. But what haven't you liked about anything else?
I a lot of the stuff about the Triple H era, that one of the only real problems I had was with the way Seth Rollins was being used. But in the last couple weeks since the fight pit, it's sort of switched around. He won the belt, and then he got to beat Riddle this week, and I actually like that match, even with the Elias cut in. That might be my match of the week. I'm debating, but that was one problem I had. But I knew it was inevitable that if anyone was going to get treated right under Triple H, it was going to be Seth. I mean, I can't think of any, and I'm not a WWE bandwagon fan. I'm not a stan, anything like that. I am a wrestling stan, but that's wrestling as a whole. But I mean, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that Triple H has brought in that didn't piss me off before.
I got two problems. One I'm gonna say is I feel like sometimes he forgets that I can have like more women at times. You know, let's get to that. Like I'm like, okay, we can build a storyline for these other people to give them a shot to go over. I feel like sometimes he's too, which leads into my other first one. So they all lead together. I feel like he's so focused on his main storyline that he doesn't allow other people that like not part of it to build. Like you remember what I told you? He did this when he first started, John.
Oh, hold on, wait. So you feel like some people are losing their spots in the Triple H regime?
It's not even that losing the spot. I just want a certain like. Remember what I told you when it? Cause you can go back to me saying this. Literally, I said this. I said give 15 minutes to just random two guys, right? That ain't over, and let's see if they can get over. Remember, I said just
look,
give
we're
10.
getting a little bit of a Mustafa Ali push now. He's about to take on Seth.
But Mustafa Ali was gone until he had a story.
Yeah, but think about the way he's doing that when a couple months, it wasn't too long ago, he was on Twitter asking for his release publicly.
I'm just like, for instance, Shelton, you can't fit in a Shelton Benjamin Dominic Jabakobi 10-minute match in a random.
Yeah, bruh. They never should have. Listen, if Triple H was really smart, he would put the Hurt Business back together and give Omos walking papers. He would put MVP back with Bobby Lashley, put Cedric and frickin' Shelton back together. He's already doing all this faction heavy stuff. The Hurt Business is a textbook heel or babyface faction at this point with the way the crowd reacts to Bobby Lashley. He's gotten to the point where he legitimately can be babyface or heel. We're going to take him.
Bobby have a reason to go heel too. When he was up, the crowd kind of kept telling Brock Lesnar to keep
the United States Championship again to another white boy with long hair. It was Matt Riddle that took it off him last time. Then he got the WWE belt off of Drew McIntyre, wasn't it? And then he lost it to Roman Reigns or whoever, and then he got the fucking United States belt, and now he's lost
Oh,
it
he lost
to
it to
Seth
Brock.
Rollins.
Brock won, and then Brock cost him another one. Brock has
Yeah,
cost
okay,
every world title
that's
shot
what it
ever.
was.
Brock has cost almost every black person the championship ever. He's sticking with the
I
story,
mean,
dog.
he comes out with that cowboy hat riding a tractor for a reason.
Tori, the man ain't even got a storyline where he just randomly came out and said, Bobby Lashley.
I sort of like that though. That is sort of like a nostalgic. I think that was Triple H's attempt at like a Vince-esque move. Let's just send in fucking Brock Lesnar for no fucking reason. It'll get a pop. And I
Another
mean,
black against a black man.
it did. And now he's screwed Bobby Lashley not only out of the WWE Championship, but now the US title too. He got him 2 times.
Yo, at Saudi Arabia, the Hurt Business got to come back and jump.
And just jump Brock Lesnar, bruh. That would be lit.
It would. It'd be like,
if they're gonna do that, add Omos to the Hurt Business just so it looks extra crazy. Just Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin,
have the New Day come out
Cedric
too.
Alexander. Have MVP start jabbing him with the cane and shit. Bruh.
The New Day come out.
Oh, that would be wild. Big E comes out with the neck brace just to throw a couple of stomps. That would be fire. Just the whole black roster just comes out and fucking stomps out Brock Lesnar for his collective injustices against the race in the sport of professional wrestling. Damn.
I would pop. Please, Triple H, just do it. It don't have to be fair.
Yo,
it don't have to be everybody. The Hurt Business will be enough.
And you can disqualify Bobby Lashley. Just if the Hurt Business jump Brock Lesnar and he gets disqualified, that's the L, whatever. And Brock Lesnar can still look. You can even think. But because you got to remember Shelton Benjamin and Brock Lesnar used to be the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Like,
have you seen Main Event? Shelton Benjamin has an amazing storyline on Main Event, and I'm like, why is this on?
You want real talk? I think that could be a super sick match. Shelton Benjamin versus Brock Lesnar.
It could. But Tori,
I'm guessing it's
I don't know
probably
if you've seen
before.
it, I don't know if you've seen it. Shelton Benjamin on Main Event, and he has a storyline going where he like they don't call me to wrestle.
Nigga, you know I'm not watching fucking Main Event.
I don't really watch it either. It's on Twitter, and everybody like, yo, this is amazing.
I might have seen a clip. There.
But he's talking to R-Truth.
I'm damn near to the point where I'm only watching the main shows and fucking pay-per-views.
Yeah. But he's watching, like he's talking to R-Truth, right? He like, bro, I can't even get a call to the main roster. I don't get used. I used to be the gold standard, and now I'm just Shelton. And I'm like, put this on TV.
Yeah, like I said,
it's a storyline. It's a beautiful storyline. Why is this on Main Event?
And if it culminates in Shelton Benjamin versus Brock Lesnar, well then, I really just want to see that match. After we're done, I might go back and look through the catalogs and see if that match.
Forget how good. Tori, if you watch Main Event, for some reason people have been sending me like on Twitter. They just have like clips of Main Event. They telling people to watch.
Well, we got to remember that the WWE roster
Mustafa Ali is like a 5-star match that nobody watched.
Well, that's what we got to remember. Just because WWE only shows us what they want doesn't mean what they're not showing us isn't amazing. We all know that. It's not like at AEW where freaking the guys that are good aren't getting spotlighted and freaking the people who are horrible are, and then you've got a pointless women's division that just wastes time.
Just show shit. I don't like. I'm saying you put Chad Gable and Otis every week on Raw and SmackDown to get beat, and I'm like, bro, just switch them around a little bit. Yeah. They can go once a week. They don't have to go on Raw and SmackDown. They just go on one, and then you add Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, or you add T-Bar. Even though I know Triple H probably don't want to bring Dominic Jacoby back until he got a storyline for him. That's what he does. But
yeah, but Dominic Dijakovic, he's so good. And like,
I'm saying,
I think back to him and Keith Lee's match and fucking whatever takeover that was.
put him against put him in a random match. Put Dominic versus Damian Priest in a random match on Raw and watch it. Give it 12 minutes.
Be a banger.
But you see what my problem is, Tori? What I'm saying? Like, he don't have to be a star. You could just put a match on that
But
trying to
that's
give
the thing
Judgment Day some wins.
they've gotten abundance of talent. They've got enough talent for all the time they have. They're fixated on using certain people. It's the exact opposite
Damian Priest can
of
get a win off that too, an adult
Tony
match, and
stuff.
people gonna remember. You know what I mean? Like, you can get wins off that. You don't have
I
to put
mean,
them against
look at Mansoor and freaking
Marseille.
Dio Madden, whatever his name is now.
Marseille.
Okay, but I mean, they're kind of, at least they're getting TV time. You know what I mean? Even
True.
though that ring gear is something else. But Dio Madden used to just be on the commentary table.
I ain't gonna hold you though. Them getting beat up is so amazing.
It is funny to watch.
Like, every time somebody comes out and then they
And
do
we
like
got LA
faces.
Knight back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, people. He's a heel too. I don't need these incels.
I love it. Bruh, LA Knight's the only person who can hit the Ric Flair strut almost as good as Ric Flair.
Yeah, so it's a lot of interesting stuff. But like I said, I want to bring this up too before we get off
Trying to see him
WWE.
versus Gunther for the IC title at some point. I think that'd be a banger match.
It would be, because you know he's gonna talk crazy to him and it's gonna be entertaining.
Oh yeah, he is gonna talk crazy to Gunther. Gunther is gonna still sit there all stone faced and German as fuck, and we might even get an Imperium. I could see Imperium beating him down one time. I don't know if how much more time you think he's got with the IC title. Gunther's had it for a good minute.
I think they
It
started
hasn't
like
quite been a year yet. It hasn't quite been a year yet, but I know
I
it's
think
been a
WWE
good
starting to realize all their champions hold their belts for like 300 days, and it's getting ridiculous.
except for Roman. Roman's at like 900 and something, 1200 days, whatever it is.
If you add them together, he got like 800 and 200. So
and like I said, what are we gonna do when Crown Jewel happens and
yo, Monte want
Logan.
Hey Tori, we gotta talk about this. Monte want the wrestling world to riot. He said just
if Logan Paul takes, I'm almost with it though, kinda.
No, I'm talking about Monte want him to fake an injury. And then just do. I'm like, bro, you can't waste it.
Oh no,
the wrestling fan bill will be crazy if you like do a kayfabe injury and just relinquish it. No, somebody gotta get that rub, dog. Somebody gotta get that rub.
What if Logan beats Roman?
Ronda Rousey.
I know.
Ronda
Rousey said that's what she'd do.
But you know, Ronda Rousey hate the fan base.
Yeah, with the passion. But it would fuck shit up.
Hey, I don't know. It won't be David Arquette because David Arquette can't wrestle now. Logan Paul looks amazing. He'll probably do amazing in a match. But
yeah, I was gonna say that the only difference is Logan Paul can actually go.
Yeah, but I don't think people will. But David Arquette wasn't going against us.
It would still piss a bunch of people.
But then you gotta say the opposite, Tori. That David Arquette wasn't going against a man that had a belt for 800 days.
Very true.
so it might even out.
Longer than 800 days at this point.
I said about 820 something. He had the other belt for 200 the other day, but
yeah.
Other news, Tori. We got some other news. Ava Reigns, The Rock's daughter, her wrestling name, and Valerie. I don't know what her name's gonna be. Seems like
it's smart though. Going with the Reigns last name though, so you're still getting the rub, still getting the connection.
What is her name really? It might not be Reigns. What is it? Let's see. It is Ava Reigns, right?
I don't know. I just knew.
Yeah, Ava Raine, Raine. So it's like rain, but rain. It's clever.
Oh, okay. So it's not spelled the same. It's Ava Raine.
It sounds.
Yeah. it may not be spelled, but phonetically sounding, they're in there. She's bloodline bound.
Yeah. And Valerie, we don't know her name yet. Shawn Michaels said they will come up either at the end of the year or early 2023 because they are almost ready. And I'm assuming that
Come
when
up to
they'll come out
NXT.
because I'm assuming that
Okay.
when they'll come up when Toxic Attraction go up. So I'm assuming they're just gonna replace
Oh,
women with
okay.
women.
Oh, so the Rock's daughter's in the tag team?
No, they just two people that people want to talk about. You know, Valerie, why
Oh, okay. Okay.
she's a fan of them. Like she good, like y'all think they on the Kid Lions. Wait till you see.
That's it. Yeah.
You
How's
know,
Nikita Lyons doing?
she getting a tag team. I ain't really been. She
No.
been hurt a lot though lately, so I don't know.
Man.
But I don't
I
know. I don't think
stumbled
people care about her
flatly
wrestling at this
before.
point. But like I said, the Rock's daughter, Shawn Michaels, talk. He had the Halloween Havoc media call, and they were asking, "Are they ready yet? Will they come up?" Because them the two people like oh, these women, them the ones we looking forward to. Shawn Michaels said it'll either be the end of the year, early to 2023, because he said it ain't gonna last that long. They almost ready. Valerie been doing wrestling matches on the road.
Oh,
And
like
Ava been cutting
house shows.
promos on the road. So
Not house shows though, because we've just seen video.
yeah, she been doing a house show.
So we have video.
I don't know if I ain't seen it, but
Okay.
I know Ava
I was
Rain did some promos on house shows and they got a video of it. So
okay. Well, that's what I
but
was saying. Usually house shows we get the little leak vids because somebody in the audience has their phone out.
yeah, but NXT ain't getting no big crowd for a house show.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, so
And
they got
the crowd they do get at NXT might actually want to respect the sanctity of dark matches and leave them dark. That wouldn't surprise
yeah.
me.
Speaking of Tori, well, you saw the ratings. Is that what you expected? Is it lesser? Did AEW disappoint you? Did NXT disappoint you? They were going against basketball opening night,
Listen,
which is a rough one. They was going against baseball.
Tony Khan put on 4 title matches to go against the developmental brand and beat them by 76,000 viewers. Bruh.
Some people say
4 title matches.
some people say WWE put 44% of the people on the show were main roster people. But to be fair to WWE too, in that same vein, only Rhea Ripley and Raquel was advertised. Kevin Owens
Yeah,
announced like 2 hours before, like, "Hey, I'm gonna be on NXT on Twitter," which I don't know if y'all think Twitter is the biggest thing for wrestling fans. Like, if you don't announce it on Raw, most of their
it's
fan
only
base
a
ain't gonna
big
care.
thing for smart fans. But if
You
you
know what I'm
want an
saying?
amazing follow on Twitter, I'm always there.
Yeah. So and nobody knew Shinsuke was coming. Nobody knew Austin Theory was gonna be on the show. Nobody knew Shotzi was gonna be on the show. Like,
Exactly. They didn't promote the shit out of it.
yes,
And that's my thing is that Tony Khan gave us four title matches, an actual injury stoppage, and still only beat them by 76,000
to be
viewers.
fair to AEW, they were on another night too.
Yeah,
So
they were on a night they weren't used to. It was because I had forgot that it was on Tuesday until you guys were talking about it in the group chat, and then I had to go back and watch the replay.
Monte wanted to
So
come in and tell you that WWE is a failure.
yeah, no, not not monetarily. It's not, and there's still some decent storylines, but that's a topic for a different day.
There's still some stuff they got to work on though.
Most definitely,
So I'm
but there's
interested.
always something to work on.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it was. I think both did, especially going against opening night against the NBA. They did okay, both of them.
Yeah,
I, I know.
I mean,
First off, I know
there was no
AEW happy
pressure
they
for
won.
them to really though.
AEW happy they won. First off, because that would be a bad look. NXT
Yeah,
happy they didn't go
but
to
just
500K.
barely, they just barely won.
Yeah, and NXT happy they still double Rampage viewership,
Yeah,
even despite the competition.
Rampage, bro. And the thing is, I liked Rampage as an idea so much. Just a little short, hour-long wrestling show, just a little quick energy jolt. Freaking, that's a good thought. But
I
Tony
would
just
say the
didn't
10
use it the
o'clock.
right way.
I would say the 10 o'clock slot heard it, but then I realized that I just
No, the
Chris
10 o'clock.
Jericho know me.
That slot is fine. They just don't do anything with that little
It's
quick.
it's nothing
That's
goes
where you
on.
that's where you get over these little rivalry matches that are freaking happening on Dynamite that we then forget about. Don't just devote it to freaking
Like it's like
stupid shit.
Chris Jericho fight some random dude from GCW. John Moxley fight some random dude, and then I'm like, this ain't really important because we know he ain't gonna lose the AEW title to this dude who's not even from this company. So
Yeah.
it's on Rampage. And then
Come
Chris
on now.
Jericho, I love what he's been doing lately because him and Dalton
Chris
had a very fun
Jericho,
match.
he's been growing on me slowly in the ring here
Yeah.
lately.
But his commentary is still absolutely terrible. His voice annoys me
Garbage.
to no end. Like his voice
But
is a
him
good
and
heel
Dalton
voice.
Castle was a decent match. It really was.
By the way, I'm Dalton Castle. He one of them. I would say he one of them AEW and them ROH people I could see on AEW because I notice a lot of
Yeah.
people like get these ROH people off my TV. But he's one I feel like the
But
fans even gravitated toward. Like this dude is kind of entertaining. He's very entertaining. Actually.
Honor, even with Honor No More, Matt Taven and what's the other guy's name? And Maria Kanellis, they're all good workers. Like Tony could use them if Tony would just ditch this women's division idea.
He got it. We didn't even talk about that. He still got it in. But
Riho's back.
I think everybody got what they wanted. AEW fans were overreacting, like, "Oh, WWE stacked their card so they could be." No, if they wanted to stack their card, they would announce Bray Wyatt was going to show up.
Yeah, that's all they would have, bro.
And y'all
Just
lost.
him making an appearance would have shifted the
Yeah.
numbers
And if they
greatly.
really wanted to stack the card, the bloodline with Sami Zayn would have showed up too. So,
Yeah,
like, if they wanted to stack the card, they could have stacked the card.
they easily could have pulled some crazy shit that Tony Khan would have fought and failed to.
Or have just announced Seth Rollins versus Carmelo Hayes, and the WWE fan base would have went crazy.
Yeah.
Just something you could just do. Like if they want to stack the card, they can stack the card. You got to add NXT people. That's why I said Seth Rollins, Carmelo Hayes.
But I'm just saying, at any point in time, it could have been some readjusting done that would have changed the whole perception.
But we're not gonna pretend like they didn't try though. They did try to beat y'all.
No,
They did try to beat
they
AEW.
definitely put in an effort to.
Yeah.
No one's gonna argue that they didn't.
But we ain't gonna talk like they stacked the card. That's a wild statement.
Yeah, we're like I said, we're not gonna act like it was Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker on the main event or some shit. You know what
Bray
I mean?
Wyatt cutting a promo.
Bray Wyatt showed up to beat up Joe Gacy for
Seth Rollins versus Carmelo
doing
Hayes.
his
Like,
gimmick poorly. Hey, Seth Rollins versus Cameron Grimes though, that would be a fire fucking match.
yo, I did love the OC segment when Cameron Grimes put the money in front of Gallows.
Yeah, he fanned it out and freaking that.
That's the funniest meme I've ever seen. That's actually saying
Yeah,
we're gonna
shit
put
is
that on the show.
hilarious.
And then I know a lot of fans were hating on it, but I'm interested to see. Back to the question of the day. If y'all don't remember, the question of the day is: are you all in on AEW since Punk is all out? Apparently, he's going to be bought out, according to a lot of people, from Fightful to Dave. And if when it comes to AEW, I trust Dave. When it comes to WWE, I don't think Dave know what he be talking about. But
I don't even know if I trust Dave when it comes to AEW because
he got a lot of, he give TK be bragging about that book of the year every week. I'm pretty sure he got something. That's all TK care about. Tony Khan want that book of the year. I'm pretty sure you got to give him something.
I don't think, man, TK's taking a big L if he actually does buy CM Punk out of his contract and Punk can still go anywhere else because at this point, I think Triple H would let it happen. He'd be like, Punk can come back for a run. I don't give a fuck.
Put him in the Royal Rumble. Damn, that would get a reaction. I know. Cody Rhodes be in the ring and then CM Punk.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a big fuck you to Tommy though.
Yo, you know how Triple H did with John Cena came back at the Royal Rumble? And he
It
was the
just
only man
sucks,
standing.
'cause
You know what I'm talking about, Tor?
Outside of Tony bringing back Punk, he can't get out of this situation net positive. He's net negative no matter what. Now he's out CM Punk, who is legitimately one of the biggest draws in wrestling.
But you know, scenario I'm putting in my head, right, Tor?
And
you remember
the money he would have.
You remember?
I know
money.
money's
Triple
not
H Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But you know Triple H. You remember Triple H in the ring? John Cena came back. If Cody Rhodes the only man standing up in the ring and CM Punk music hit,
bruh, that'd be a moment.
That would
be a real moment.
And that was like basically like this the guy that basically Cody said he didn't want to deal with another company. He's sitting right there. And then they have a stare off. And then Seth like kicks him and then he has a stare off with him.
If he's fired,
that would be the moment that would break. It would be.
Like I said, Tony's gonna have
I got a question. What do you think is the best return at the Royal Rumble?
That's a question that's not easily answered. There's been too many good Royal Rumble returns. I don't think I could answer that in this show.
We're gonna do that next week. Next week, the question of the day next week. Y'all already know what's the best Royal Rumble return. Cause you got Edge, you got the John Cena one, you got the Hardy Boys when they came out. That's WrestleMania. They wasn't the what's the name, but there's something more. I'm thinking about another moment.
You got the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, freaking. There's been some sick.
That Edge pop was crazy. I was listening to that the other day because people talking about Bray pop.
Edge had so many comebacks now. It just don't even.
I'm talking about the first one though. That one.
I know, but I'm just saying all the subsequent ones have cheapened the earlier ones for me.
That's still pop when it was something first hit because I didn't know if he was ever gonna come back. Well, it might even do wrestling comebacks. Best wrestling comeback. Triple H in Madison Square Garden went heavy.
Yeah. Any Stone Cold return. I mean, hell, Stone Cold's final match against Kevin Owens that we watched just.
People wouldn't even hype about that, but when you watch the arena, he had a bigger reaction than Cody Rhodes did.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Like, I look back at it and I'm like, oh, yeah. People were more hyped.
It was still
smart fans.
It was dope.
Smart
it was a dope
fans,
double.
Yeah. Smart fans were more excited for Cody Rhodes online. But when somebody just in the building with kids hear that glass shatter. By the way, glass shattering is the coolest thing you could ever have because it sounds like some dude finna cause. It's literally one of the best interests.
Unless you've got a bong collection, and then glass shattering is a very traumatic sound.
That is true. But how do we feel about AEW? I feel like this week they put on one of their best shows in a long time. It was actually a really good show.
It was really good in ring, but it's not going to lead anywhere overall. We had all these extra girls come out for no reason to make the save. So we got a weak ass hockey fight into the crowd from Saraya and Britt Baker. I mean,
that match was actually good though. I don't think they needed the extra in it. That match was good enough on its own to be like, oh, these women can actually wrestle, that you didn't need all the other.
One thing I will say though is that crossbody Riho hit to Jamie Hayter. Man, I wish Jamie Hayter was in WWE so bad because she could have a run.
I was telling Tori the other day, I think Tony wish he had Roxanne because she's a wrestler wrestling. That's the only thing he like. So I'm like, he don't push no.
I don't know, but if that's what he likes, why is he not pushing Jamie Hayter? Is the real question. Because I think, in my opinion, Jamie Hayter's a little bit better than Tony Storm, in my opinion. And Tony Storm's amazing in ring.
They did such a good. I felt like he booked it. I'm like, bro, if you just let him have that match and then have that little fight after, it don't take away from the match that was really good. Like that made the extra maybe not put it
I
in my
was
match of the
also
week.
happy to see Riho was wearing regular street clothes and not, there were no frills around her wrists. And we didn't have to see any of her crazy forearms.
That match, I'm looking at it. And I'm like, that match would have been match of the week if I wasn't distracted by all the other stupid crap outside.
Yeah, because who was the original match? Wasn't it Hikaru Shida versus Tony Storm?
Yeah.
That was a good. That's what I was just thinking. Like
It
that
was
was
a
a.
really good match, but then you got distracted
But
with
it
all the other
ruined
stuff, and then
the afterbirth ruined it for me.
you
That's
could have
why I
waited
said.
till the match was over to do that.
That's why I said. That's why I said other than freaking. That's why I said Rhea versus Roxanne was the best girls match. If they wouldn't have done that stupid stuff at the end, Hikaru Shida and Tony Storm probably would have took that for me, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. It was strange. It like took me out of the match for a minute. I'm like, why are you doing this?
But it shows you that wherever there's Riho, Kenny Omega's not far behind. He's been wrestling that little girl since she was like 13 years old, 12 years old, or whatever. Like,
Riho, Tony had to. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention
hey,
that. Tony brought out Riho when NXT
what
came
if
back.
Kenny comes back with Kota Ibushi? Do you think that gives them a little buff up to the roster, or does it just end in Tony Khan fucking up Kota Ibushi?
I don't actually. I
Because the
don't know.
Golden Lovers are a hell of a tag team, and FTR versus the Golden Lovers, bro. FTR versus Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi.
We
That
do
could
got
be a
FTR.
classic.
We got some matches coming up. They did set up some tag division. They tag division still getting really good.
It's such a waste, though. FTR. I love that the Acclaimed finally have the belts, but we've just been wasting FTR. Them standing around with all these secondary belts, like
They just
they
lost
should
the
have.
Triple Mania belt, didn't they? By the way, that's gonna
Oh,
a
did
match on
they?
that card gonna be. Didn't they lose the Aussie Open?
I
One of the
don't know if
belts.
they lost belts to Aussie.
Oh, by the way,
Well,
watch that match, Tori. Watch them versus Aussie Open. Have you seen that yet?
was it in New Japan?
I don't even remember where it was.
I'm pretty sure if it
I
was
don't
in
remember
New
where it
Japan,
was.
I
I just
watched
remember
it.
somebody put it on. They showed me a YouTube video. That's how I get a
I'm
lot of my
pretty sure
wrestling.
if it was in New Japan, I saw it.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
I think I did.
Yeah.
But
By the way,
I think Aussie Open was just retaining their belts in that the FTR didn't lose any belts. I don't think.
let me see. I think. Oh, let me look. Let me make sure. I'm looking at.
Live fact checking, folks. I'm
Yeah, we got.
trying to give
Oh,
you all the
it was
facts.
something at Triple Mania. Who did they lose to?
I know they said that Kenny couldn't be there for legal reasons. They said, i.e., I'm suspended from AEW.
FTR was the champion, and they lost the Aussie Open, the IWGP Tag Team Championship, according to Dave
Oh,
Meltzer's thing.
okay.
Aussie
So
Open beat them.
it was in New Japan.
Yeah, it was
Okay, so
in
it was. I did see that match, but so
Royal
it was
Quest too.
Aussie. So
And
it
of
was
course,
Aussie
Dave gave it
Open,
5 stars. Of course, Dave gave it 5 stars. We know he did.
but it was them. Was it them winning the belts back from FTR, or was it? Because I
think they
didn't.
won it. I
Where,
think they won it back.
yeah, okay. Because now they're only
I'm
the
not brushed up on New
AAA.
Japan stands. I'm not brushed up as
So
much as I
now they're
should.
just the AAA and
Yeah,
ROH tag team champions.
yeah.
Okay.
So the best and
Well,
with it
they
down
couldn't
to
hold.
42.
I understand that though. They couldn't hold the New Japan belts forever. They had to. But now it sucks because we're never going to get that run where they had all four. But that would be bad because that would mean they were technically better than Kenny Omega. Because Kenny only got three. He didn't get to hold a New Japan title. He got AEW, he got Impact, and he got Triple A. If FTR would have got New Japan, they'd have got the same run except minus Impact, add in ROH. So,
But if Tony booked, I said on Twitter, if y'all follow me on Twitter, maybe Tony needs to go against NXT so he can book this show. Maybe he just need to move wherever NXT go.
maybe he
Makes him
beats
feel better about himself.
the competition.
Yeah, maybe it makes him feel better. He can beat NXT, and then he book better. His confidence up.
Maybe he could just hire an actual book.
But he ain't gonna never hire a booker. I'll be set up with a writer that you listen to. You know what I mean? Just give me a writer that you listen to.
I don't know.
That somebody can tell
He
stories.
missed a golden opportunity not signing Gabe Sapolsky to some sort of auxiliary role. And now
Triple H decided. Triple H said he gonna get Gabe back. He going to get a Marvel
and
writer.
anyone who's been watching this freaking show for any amount of time knows how I feel about Gabe Sapolsky. I've been preaching about Gabe long before he got picked up by WWE again. Ever since he's been fired, I've been campaigning for Gabe Sapolsky to get a job.
Let's end this show and let's give of course our match of the week. We done gave like Roxanne versus Rhea. It's like the women's match of the week for both of us. Yeah. Men's match of the week for you, Tori.
Go Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. I think it was even with the Elias interference stuff. I like anytime we're just propelling. Seth Rollins is gonna do it for me, and that did it. I also want to give an honorable mention to a match that I didn't think I was gonna like, but I did like, which was Death Triangle versus the Best Friends. I like that match more than I thought I would.
True. I mentioned one, the Aussie Open FTR match, but it is not gonna get it. Matter of fact, the people are gonna get it from the same show. It's gonna be Ray Phoenix for the AAA Mega Championship versus El Hijo del Vikingo.
El Hijo del Vikingo.
Yeah, I can't never say his name, but I lost all my natural lighting. It was amazing. So that's gonna be my match of the week. I don't know, for some reason I always try to give y'all something different that y'all probably ain't watched to tell y'all to go watch. But
you guys should watch that
like that too.
Phoenix and really Vikingo, they put on a clinic.
That Phoenix splash was crazy, Tor.
It was bro.
But like, you can balance on ropes like this.
I like that Vikingo's starting to get noticed. Hopefully he doesn't get the Bandito treatment and end up getting beat up by Chris Jericho. But
yo, Vikingo, bro, I'd be scared he gonna do something like the way he moves on the ropes. I'd be like, yo, if you slip or your foot hit this rope, it's over with for you.
He commits to it so thoroughly, though. There's no fear.
That was scary me. That was scary me, Tor. Like, it's no like I'm finna. He lays his body out on the ropes.
Go look at some of his highlights. I have seen him climb like fucking 20-foot pylons that are just pillars in the ground, and then freaking moonsault away from them like it's nothing. Like no kind of purchase, no step away. Just counting on pure momentum to carry him all the way over. Like, this dude is different.
Like, Tor, that actually scares me because I'm like, this dude.
Bro, and it's crazy because he does it, like, fearlessly. There's no stutter in his step.
What scares me, though, Tor, is he actually lays out. Like, he doesn't even, like, protect himself.
Bro, like I said, fearless. He does that shit fearlessly. He does not care. It's very Darby. I I be calling him the Mexican Darby Allin. I know that's kind of racist, but I do. I be calling him because he just doesn't care.
Darby does simple stuff that's dangerous though. He does like
No,
fancy
but I mean
flips,
where
twists.
they make no
Oh yeah, I know
effort
what you're
to
talking about.
protect themselves.
Oh yeah, but Darby's
Where
like,
they
I'm
just,
gonna dart my head straight toward this man for no reason. This man does like a
or
5 spins in
I'm
the
gonna
air.
take a thick tumbler down some concrete stairs.
Like, but Vikingo, he does like 6 flips.
And
I'm
then
like,
that,
bro, if
of
you
course,
slip,
there's the ring post bump that he takes where he goes through the turnbuckle pads. Most dangerous bump in wrestling, if you ask me.
yeah,
But
man.
Vikingo, I know what you mean. He just doesn't care. It feels like, or at least that's how it looks.
I'm
Like
like, bro,
he's
if you
just
slip a
flying.
little bit, my guy, it's game over.
And it's crazy because he doesn't. I think the mask adds to it too because you're like, it's got to obscure your vision some. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you to do it that sure-footed with the mask on is just kind of wild. And the way his mask looks, I'm just not sure how good his peripherals are.
Yeah, it wears me, but we're about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Next week, y'all know what the show gonna be on. We already gave you the question today. What's the best Royal Rumble? That's homework for Mentor. Best Royal
Yeah,
Rumble
we're
thing. We
gonna
got a
get through
lot
some
of them.
Royal Rumble returns.
Yeah, the one that come to
What?
my
Hold
head
on.
quickly.
Before we go, though, we need to quantify what are we counting as a Royal Rumble return, though? A return from injury? Like, how long do they need to have been gone, or just like a surprise entrant? Or
Entry or a surprise entrance. We're gonna make both of them.
okay,
Now, if
so
they were
either
gone for a
or.
month, it ain't gonna count if you were gone for a month because we just saw you. But if you've been
Okay,
gone,
as long as
if
they
you,
were gone for some substantial amount of time,
yeah,
regardless of whether it was injury or otherwise. Okay,
yes,
I just
like
wanted to
John
make sure.
Cena or Edge coming back, or maybe somebody that
Roman
you didn't
Reigns.
expect. Yeah, something you didn't expect. And I'm gonna have like a grade sheet from my side. I don't know how Tori gonna do. Tori can do his however y'all can do y'all's however y'all want, but we're gonna have like a grade sheet. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I gotta work on that this week, but all that we're gonna have it on all that.
Get down to the brass tacks.
Yeah, so I can tell you why I feel that way. So I'm gonna be looking at some this week. Tori gonna be looking at some. We appreciate y'all. Tell us y'all match of the week. Tell us if we showed you a match that you might didn't know you wanted to see, and like, oh yeah, y'all dope. Y'all show me, man. Like people, I got like stands. Shout out to Matt and everybody stands from every promotion, so they just be on Twitter, just like y'all gotta watch it. Even the dude that do main event every week. I'm like, bro, why do you watch main event? But
Hey,
but my man,
sometimes
my
there's
man showed me,
gold,
man.
bro.
My man showed me the T-Bar versus Mustafa Ali match. He showed me the Shelton Benjamin promo. And I'm like, this actually good, man. So, and the Twitter and WWE frankly don't care because it's like 10 minutes of footage and they ain't copyrighting nothing.
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
was
yo,
gonna
bro, nobody care about
say
main event, bro.
it's good promo at the end of the day.
Yeah, nobody watches main event, so I guess I'll let y'all rock. But we out. Tor, where can they find you?
Um, Afro Comedy 765 on all platforms, and of course here on Overall 99 Media. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You guys know the gimmick.
And follow us. Y'all see all the group below. Shout out to Joe video getting big views. I don't know what that title is, and somebody even asked me what was that title, and I'm like, I have no clue what Joe was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Something about his girl, something about God when your mate do something. I'm like, who? You are not British. I don't know why he's saying mate, but
I think he meant mate in the American context, like
I have never heard a man say
when
when your mate.
when your mate's telling you that he was trying to keep it gender neutral. He should have went significant other, but he said mate, so it sounds British. But
Hey, listen, it made
he's happy to have a PS5, is what I took away from it at the end of the day.
That's the secret to the tweet. Somebody asked me what it means. He happy to get a PS5.
Yep.
And he's obsessed with this one trial that he's been talking about for weeks. If you watch, Do You Hear Me? If y'all on whatever, Uniqo, just fuck. And y'all know he obsessed with this one trial with, what's his name, Darren? He talks about it every week, and that's what he got. That's That's who we got to try from. Shout out to Joe, man. I love Joe, man. So watch
Shout
the
out to
show,
you,
Lucha.
bro.
We appreciate y'all. I think the sports show tonight. I'm gonna watch some SmackDown because I see Solo versus Sheamus on right now. I know that's gonna be a banger. I appreciate
Most
y'all.
definitely.
Peace.